Recently, I read about an encounter Lenin had with Kropotkin. Kropotkin returned to Russia after the February Revolution and lived there until his death. Lenin was interested in talking to Kropotkin. They wrote to each other. Mostly, Kropotkin initiated the correspondence. Bonch-Bruyevich, Lenin's secretary, arranged a meeting for the two of them. When these two men met, Lenin was welcoming Kropotkin very warmly, and he seemingly was interested in Kropotkin's well-being. They talked about a few issues, and Kropotkin did criticize the new Bolshevik government, and Lenin has thanked him and encouraged him to continue criticizing the party. Lenin admitted that Bolsheviks were bound to make mistakes. He even admitted that some of these mistakes would be due to sheer ignorance and stupidity. So they did not have a very lengthy conversation because at the time Kropotkin was already an old man, so he grew tired pretty quickly. After they parted ways, Lenin did lament to Bonch-Bruyevich that it was a pity Kropotkin and the likes were so preoccupied with the ideas of the old and were ignoring the progress that was happening in the Soviet Union at the time. Now, this is not to say that Lenin and Kropotkin have become best friends and had agreed upon everything. In their little conversation, we can see that they disagreed about many things, but we can also see that it is possible to hold a civil conversation even with the people you don't agree with. You can also see mutual respect and the desire for the benefit of others and everyone in their conversation as well. I think what we can learn from these conversations is that we may have more in common than we sometimes think. We on the left may appear very disorganized, and it might appear to others that we cannot agree on anything. However, when such complex ideas are discussed, divergence of opinion is going to be present. So we have to learn to communicate to each other as clearly as possible, and we need to learn to accept that we will never agree on everything, and that's okay. We can still work together towards achieving our common goals. Yes, we do need to decide what these goals are, and we'll have to agree on some fundamental basics. However, sameness is not the goal of the leftist movement, and I encourage everyone to read as much as possible from both Lenin and Kropotkin because they have enriched my life in many ways.